Can I kick the boombox down to the river, do you think? Fuck yeah, I can. Alright. Because I think we should live by the river. But I want music. Oh my gosh, I'm making chaos. How far can I kick this out of here? Do we think I can do it? Because this is a worthy endeavor, I tell you what. Wait, we need a more inspirational song. Yeah, it sounds like we're getting ready to fight. I gotta take it down this path with me. Dun, 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 dun. Kind of sounds like Black or White. Now it doesn't. Now it just sounds fun. Fuck you. This thing better not just like no clip out of existence. Come with me. At night, can you make it so we can pick these up? These are a lot of fun. Dun, 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 dun. Come with me. Come on! Listen, you fuck! Dun, 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 dun. This thing's running out of batteries, by the way. Maybe it's got a solar strip on it. Bitch, I have electronics that have those solar strips. It doesn't mean you can just fucking run it in perpetuity. Maybe not yours, Dane. Maybe yours are dog shit. That's possible. Like, I'm not saying you're wrong. Oh, that we had like a nice groove there. Did you see that? Yeah, bitch. Fucking suck on this. It's good shit right here. Come on. We don't have to go that far. We just gotta get down this hill. This way we can live down there by the water. I'll build us a cabin and it'll be fucking toasty. We'll have tunage. This is important. Listen, fucker. Come on. This is Eye of the Tiger right here. Kevin, come on. Oh, look at that! That was so good! That was so smooth! Smooth like a silk. We're doing... Maybe if I crouch, eh? What do you think? No, that's almost worse. I don't have the freedom of movement that I do when I'm in my full extended state. Today is a Friday. I wonder... That means that a new episode of The Idol on HBO comes out on Sunday. I thought that show was going to be really interesting, and at first it really was, but dude, I can't get behind The Weeknd, man. Like, he's just kind of... Like, you ever see The Room with Tommy Wiseau? Kind of like that. Maybe worse, though. It's just not doing it for me. No offense to The Weeknd, man. He writes some good music. But... And I'm not saying he can't act, because I bet he can. Just that fucking terribly written role. Like, it's just not working. And that show would be fucking cool if it was just about her. Just about her. That's what this fucking playthrough is gonna be, is me ripping on just television. Just about her and like what it's like to be a superstar. The whole 50 Shades of Grey bit, just get rid of it. Just can it. It's not worth it. Make The Weeknd like her manager or something. That would have worked better. Fuck, you cannot be stuck on a tree. Alright, okay, we got nice tranquil music on the beach. I think we're gonna live down here. It's a little further up the beach than I wanted it to be. Kevin, can you pick this shit up? Yes! Where the fuck did it go? There we go. We did it, guys. We figured out how you move these boomboxes around. You literally just kicked them to death. Alright, we're gonna live here. Isn't it pretty? Like, look! Can I do like a slow pan? Yeah! Look at this, eh? Why wouldn't you want to live here? I just... Okay, look, you see that douchebag over there? Listen, sir. I'm hungry. Right into cannibalism immediately if I can kill this fuck. I left their health on normal. If you just want to, like, have an easier time, just put their health on low. They're still gonna come bothering you. You still gotta hit them a bunch of times, but, like, it's a little easier. Listen, shitlord. I'm gonna eat you. See, that wasn't so bad, was it? Sometimes they drop these wallets. Skin pouch. Skin wallet. Also known as a vagina. And these are handy because they have good shit in them. Like, look at this fucking Cronenberg style fucking thing here. Check it out! You need stuff like this. You need water and energy bars. Take! Okay, now I need to eat. It's time to build that fire I need. I need some rockuses, not these big ones. Just the little ones. Just the little ones. Where the fuck are they all? Hey, shithead. I will kill you. I'm not really creative about my murder. I just axed him to death. Look, I've already ripped off his legs and stuff. I remember I remember one of my childhood friends, we connected to play some video games, and I was like, let's play The Forest, the original one. And like, she's got like a dark sense of humor to some degree, but when I started just fucking chopping up bodies, she was like, let's play something else. So we did. She was not on my wavelength of murder. My murder length, if you know what I mean. That's okay, that's because she's like a normal person. Calvin, I know you want something to do. I should give him something to do, you're right. Okay, what can I give him to do? Okay, so I'm thinking I'll put the house like over here in the bulrushes, right? Like right over here there, guy. So come here, Kevin. I'm thinking we're gonna build like a rock house. Which fucking season of Alone was it where the guy that won, they were up in the Arctic, I think, and the guy that won built like a fucking rock house. Well, it was more like a very half-sized rock hut. He was going rock house, and he won because he fucking bagged like I was gonna say a wildebeest. That's not what it was. I don't remember what he caught. But he had meat the whole time. He outlasted everyone. I want stones, please, and drop them here. This is actually not a bad little buddy to have, but he can die, and even if you don't have asshole other players in the game with you, he can fucking bite it, which is a bad time, let me tell you what. But you can in one of the games I have with one of my friends, we just let him die, and we just use him as like a place marker so that we know how to get home, because he shows up on your GPS, obviously. Alright, now I can't prove anything, but I think this game, as you do year cycles, I've only gotten to year 2, which is why, can I really any basis for this claim? Maybe it's seasons, I don't know. It seems like the types of dudes and the severity of them gets a little worse as time goes on. Like, at first it's just these guys, the guys that are running around on the ground. And we might get a big tall guy who hangs out with them who's a bit of a bitch, but it's mostly just them. And they're not the end of the world. Oh, I don't have any water. Okay, so I have to actually do this mechanic now since I don't get free clean water. Oh my gosh. Living the life that so many other people have to live! Makes you feel rich. You know what, compared to most people in the world, I'm not doing too bad. And that's not to rip on anybody, it's just to remind me that, like, what am I really gonna complain about? Okay, I don't have what I want to cook. I am curious about this though, is it just gonna boil the water and become clean? Because I'm not clear how clean water is gonna work now. Because clean water... We didn't have to make clean water before, we would just drink the pond water or whatever, and I thought that water, boiling it, was just to make it a medium to cook in, so I guess we'll discover this together. Let's make Greg. They recently gave us cooking, which is a lot of fun. And it's definitely like if you want to play this game with your girlfriend and she doesn't want to like engage in the horror, just set her up at base and have her keep you guys all fed. Dane, that's so misogynistic. No, it's just realistic and there's plenty to do. You can do the same thing in Rust, basically. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a whole Guy Sans torso in here. And I know it says R trigger down there to cook. Don't hit the R trigger, hit the left trigger if you're using a controller. I probably won't cut out the sections of me drinking. Because you do it so often. I do it more than you think. Can I throw this guy on the fire too? Yeah, because he'll turn into bones. And we can use... But whoa! Yeah, I know. There's dudes. Yeah, so they're just going to come bother us mostly. Alright, let's let that cook. What are you doing, Kev? Alright, let's start to set up for a house. Okay, what I want to do is I'm going to build a cabin. Decent place to hang out. What I want is enough space, because winter, so it's summer now, and then we'll get fall, and then we'll get winter, and different things will change, like the weather, obviously. Excuse me, I apologize. Winter gets to be a little bit of a bitch because you do have trouble with cold damage. Okay, wait, I want to start this up here on flat ground. Go put it there. I'll build out from here. Drop it. And so, my dream is to cover this beautiful lake into a community with many houses, many huts, and build a village. But in anticipation of first winter, and the anticipation of dudes coming to cause me problems, we're gonna start with just house number 1. Let's see where we go from there. Actually, I don't like the angle this is on, so I'm gonna change it. I love that they allow us to reposition things, pull it up again. That was so desired in the first one. Okay, I'll make it a bit more this way, I think. Oh wait, but I want that to be further up the bank. Dan, you're not an engineer. I'm aware. Why do you think this is going not how I want it to? See, that's not what I want either. Alright, rock with me here. Huh. We got that. See, we got the music, right? It helps. Like, if you were lost in the woods, you'd want some fucking beats. You should be losing your fucking mind. I have been lost in the woods. Not fucking anything to write home about, like lost for the afternoon kind of thing. With a couple of other girls that were in my crew. We were, we went on this trip in, I think, middle school to this sort of, I think it was private land that just had like a kids camp kind of, like a couple of cabins and stuff. And we were just, oh fuck, I don't know if that's permanent. And we were just there basically for the weekend. And they put us into groups for everything, and it was like we were of course we were doing orienteering, you know, the thing you need to know so you don't get lost. And we got lost, and we ended up happening upon like a small sort of quarry dig operation or something. That's what I mean. I think it was private land, and just one part of it was sort of where we were, like, we fully wandered out of where the actual like designated park area was for us. And there were 3 of us. I was already friends with one of the girls, but it was like that friend, girls, tell me you all know about this. That one girlfriend that you and all your other girlfriends fucking hate because she's a bitch and she sort of bullies all of you, but like for some fucking reason, probably because you're kids, you haven't figured out yet that you can all just tell her to go fuck herself yet. She was with us. She wasn't helping because she turned into a hysterical fucking basket case. And then there was another kid who, like, obviously I knew her, but like we weren't like friends or anything. Like, we'd never had a sleepover. And we got fucking lost. And how many squares do I want? Let's just start with 4. And I remember, like, we knew we were okay because we knew the area we were in, like, it was sequestered land. Like, it wasn't like we were in just, like, a known map part of the beginning of a giant provincial park or anything. It was just, like, there were gonna be roads and fields on all sides of the land if we walked far enough. So it's, like, you knew that, like, there was a safety net, right? But, like, it wasn't gonna turn into the girl who loved Tom Gordon. Like, that wasn't gonna happen. But was still scary. And like we had just learned that morning like how to make like lean-tos and stuff like that. And we're sitting here going like, were any of you paying attention? Is this ready for me? Fuck yeah. Okay, we made Greg. It's literally called Greg. See, cooking pot collected Greg. And we were just like, oh my gosh, because like it's the afternoon and you can start to see the sun is getting a little, ew, look at the eyeballs. Oh, that's so good. Look, we get buffs too. And we don't have any food or anything. We just had like a water bottle because we're fucking idiots. Also, like, but I maintain the adults should have made sure that we went out with more. Let's hang on to the rest of Greg. And I remember just like when we realized we were lost and we'd all really accepted it, that there was kind of this like quiet moment where it sunk in with all of us. And then you just felt like an emptiness, and that space was like a vacuum for fear to just filter in. And you knew that panic was about to start. And I remember me thinking, is it going to be me that freaks out? Because it was scary. It was like, and this all happened real quick, like in a few minutes. It wasn't me, it was my dickhead girlfriend. Of course, she was there to save me from being the asshole. But even when you got your head chill, somebody freaking out, at least I found, made me want to freak out, and it made the other girl want to freak out too. And we were just like, okay. And so we were like, just keep moving, just keep moving. And then we started to argue over what it was you were supposed to do, even though we'd had instruction on that kind of thing earlier in the trip. Do I want to build on the bulrushes? No. I think I want to keep the bulrushes for fun. And I remember we were arguing over whether we should keep going, like using the orienteering skills, because like we learned enough to be like, okay, we know which way we're going, we know roughly where camp is, like, you know, if we do this, we should, you know, we should get there. If we should do that, or if we should stay put. Now there's, I do believe, differing opinions on what you're supposed to do when this happens. I think the general rule, like if you're just some fucking civvy that wanders off a path, is to stay put, I think. Don't take my word for it, because I don't know what the actual solution is, or what they recommend anymore. We opted to keep going. It was 2-1, keep going. And we were going to leave my bitch friend there, but, you know, she followed, of course, because she didn't want to be alone. And we're walking. We're getting a little freaked out, because we're going the way we're pretty sure we must have come from, but we're seeing things we hadn't seen. And we're just like, we're fucked. And then we ended up in that, like, little quarry. Like, it wasn't, I don't know if quarry is the right word, but, like, clearly heavy machinery had been there digging up into the ground quite a bit. And we found our way over to the, like, probably, like, the, I don't know what you call it, like, the site office? Like, you know those mobile, those like, mobile fucking homes, is that what I'm trying to say? Like, the trailers, the mobile trailers. Not the kind you put on the back of your truck, but you know what I mean? And nobody was there because it was a fucking weekend, or nobody should have been there anyway, rather. We decided that we should just stay there, because clearly we'd ended up not where we thought we were. My bitch friend is freaking out. She's like, you guys were wrong. See, we should have just stayed where we were. And it's getting later and later. And the other girl and I are like, okay, like maybe she's right. Like we don't really know what we're doing. Like we've found signs of people. And we're talking about the fact that like clearly like men work here. They're gonna come back. Like, you know, like what's the worst case scenario, man? Keep in mind, we're like, how old are we? I think 12, 13. And we're sitting there going like, okay, so like, you know, adults go to work on Monday, right? So like, worst case scenario, we gotta spend the weekend here. So we start talking about like, okay, what do we do? So we're like, okay, let's find a spot. Let's try to like find a place that we can hang out. And, you know, if we have to spend the night out here, that's fine. So we kind of set up like next to the office trailer. And of course, my bitch friend had only one good idea, and that was, we should break the fuck in! Which I think we would have done if things hadn't worked out. Maybe don't do that right away, but if we'd been stuck there at night, I think that would have made sense to, like, I don't know, what would we have done? Broken a window and tried not to cut our fucking idiot selves trying to climb in? I don't know. But, so we set up kind of on, like, the walk-up. And we're just, like, talking about what we can do. And we're just like, I don't know, man. Of course, everything's locked up because people aren't idiots. And we got lucky that somebody who worked there happened to show up in his truck a few hours later to get something. I can't remember what he said it was because we were just so relieved. It was like, an adult. Oh my gosh. It's somebody else's dad. Help us. And he took us back to camp, and my bitch friend made out like she had saved the day. And I was like, holy shit, fucking Disney villains do exist. But, yeah. That's when I was lost in the woods for a few hours.